Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jocelyn, and for today's topic, I'm going to discuss the requirement of the Philippine government to obtain a travel insurance for all foreign tourists entering the Philippines for tourism or business purposes. Here is the actual Interagency Resolution number 160B. So let me read this for you. All foreign tourists must obtain prior to arrival a travel insurance for COVID-19 treatment costs from reputed insurers with a minimum coverage of $35,000 for the duration of their stay in the Philippines. Let me just provide a clarification regarding the coverage of $35,000. 35,000 is the coverage. You don't have to shell out $35,000 to get this travel insurance. Although you will have to pay a premium. The premium is very much lower. It could range from $50 to $200 or more depending on the coverage. And also, please make sure that you are getting the insurance from a reputable health insurance company. If you are a traveler from the US, contact your healthcare insurance company regarding coverage overseas. I'm going to show you this video on how to buy the appropriate travel medical insurance. As I've mentioned, this is a requirement to travel in the Philippines. So what do you need to get? There are two types of insurance, travel insurance or travel medical insurance. Let's look at the coverage. Trip cancellation, loss of luggage, medical and emergency for travel insurance. Usually, pre-existing health conditions are not covered, but travel medical insurance will also cover trip cancellation, loss of luggage, medical and emergency, and they will also cover the pre-existing health conditions. What do you need to get? You will have to get the travel medical insurance that will cover loss of luggage, trip cancellation, medical emergency, and also COVID-19 treatments. Let's try this insurance provider, SquareMouth, and I am doing a 60-year-old coverage or travel insurance coverage with COVID-19 treatment costs. So let's enter the basic information, your trip itinerary for 30 days. Let's say I will be leaving on April 1st and returning on April 30th. And my main destination is Philippines. Just enter the necessary information and then you will have a code that will be shown to you later on. So let's say April 1st. Let me enter the correct information. So please bear with me. Okay, so here, for the traveler info, you also needed to provide your country of residence, for example, United States, and your state of residence, and citizenship, and the number of traveler. For example, one traveler, and your age is 60 years old. Okay, so the policy search will also include coverage for coronavirus pandemic. So if you look above here, you will have an option to include COVID-19 treatment costs. Let's move on. For example, you wanted a cancellation coverage and you wanted to cover the amount of your trip, for example, $4,000. And let's assume that you have already paid. So just enter the first deposit date. And let's search for policies. Let's see the different codes here. On the left side, you can filter and add coronavirus pandemic. So this represents the medical coverage for COVID-19. You also have an option to add pre-existing medical condition. Now let's sort this from price low to high so we can find affordable codes for your travel insurance coverage. So here there is coronavirus pandemic coverage and pre-existing, and we are able to find $125 and find the medical coverage. It shows here The medical is 75,000, which satisfies the 35,000 minimum coverage for travel in the Philippines. So just find the COVID-19 medical coverage and the medical minimum amount of coverage. There's also an option to sort this further. So let's go ahead and let's only sort for medical or COVID-19 medical coverage, because there are some codes here that do not provide medical coverage for COVID-19. I would advise you to screenshot everything that has medical coverage and the minimum or the amount of coverage before buying this travel insurance. Make sure that you screenshot everything before getting the actual code, so when you print the actual policy, it may not show the COVID-19 medical coverage. However, I advise you to print or screenshot all of these benefits. So here, I'm only showing COVID-19 medical coverage and pre-existing medical. So it's up to you to select the code that is best for you. And you have several options. So screenshot everything before buying and then check the full policy detail. And then if COVID-19 medical coverage is not shown on the policy itself, you can contact the customer service and ask them that your policy includes COVID-19 medical coverage, and also show the minimum coverage amount or the actual amount of your policy. But let's see this one. It's in Subai, insuboy.com, and let us get some codes. Let's say you are traveling on April 1st and you will be staying until April 30th, and then just enter your primary destination. Let's say Philippines. And the policy maximum, just enter the amount. Let's say $50,000 to $60,000. So we already satisfied the minimum requirement of 35,000 US dollars. And also enter the necessary information. Also, your age affects the amount of the premium. The higher the age, the more expensive the premium. Now let's provide the location here, the mailing address, and the coverage area. Anyone can get a quote wherever you are, and it is not only limited to US residents or US travelers going to Philippines, so you can enter any country. After entering all the information, let's see the quote here. It's around $80 or $88, and look at the underwriter. They are reputable insurance companies. And on the left side, you can put a check on the COVID-19 coverage, and there's also quarantine coverage due to COVID-19. It's up to you. So you have different options depending on your coverage, but what we're looking for is the COVID-19 coverage. You can sort this to the policy maximum, 50,000 to 60,000 coverage. This is the medical limit coverage, and it's actually lower. If you wanted to check out other codes, it's $61 here, good for 30 days. So make sure to also check the deductible. So deductible here is $250. So this is your out-of-pocket amount. There are so many options to choose from, so it all depends on your age, the deductible, and the coverage and exclusions. If you have any other questions or comments, please post them down below and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you guys for supporting my channel, and if you haven't liked this video, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. I always welcome new subscribers. I hope everyone is staying safe and have a great day.